it going, guys? Chris here with the Supercar Suspects. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. And would you look at this? Who do we have over here?
What's going on, sir?
Mr. Ronnie over here. Where are we at?
Well, we're at my motherfucking crib. That's where we're at.
Okay, where are we at?
So this is Speedlab Performance. We talked about it in the last video that
Yes,
uploaded.
officially live here.
Correct, yeah. So we're up and running. Still taking care of some older projects that I had. Still waiting for the dyno to get here and a bunch of shelves and other stuff that we're missing.
Whose car is that? That's a nice.
Oh, but it's a piece of crap. Yeah, just so right now the only thing we really have is a toolbox here, which is pretty much what we.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
For Chris. I mean,
look at this artwork, man. Come on.
That's pretty nice.
Look at this.
Yeah.
As you guys can tell by the title, we are installing brake calipers and rotors for my Corvette over here. We are doing this because, as you guys know by now, I haven't revealed the new wheels, but you guys know they're 17s, and the brakes on the Corvette right now will not allow me to run these wheels. So it should be a pretty simple install, I think. I hope.
Straightforward.
Yeah, if they included everything in the boxes over there, it should be pretty simple. Like, I know you're good with cars and shit, but there's no instruction manual in that, so.
There's no instruction manual?
Nothing.
All right, I'm out of here, sir. Thank you.
No worries, man. I'll do it myself. I'm sure most of you guys know by now. I've told you guys in previous videos, but there's something wrong with the Corvette. It's either the exhaust or it's something to do with the drivetrain, transmission, something like that. Fingers crossed it's just the exhaust, but once we get this plate off over here, we should be able to tell what's wrong with the car. It is the exhaust, huh?
It is the exhaust.
Oh, thank the Lord.
It's because this is loose. Nobody tightened this. Look at that.
There's a huge exhaust leak over here, and that's what was making the extra noise. I thought it was coming from the hole in the muffler. Here are the brand new brake rotors, and inside this box right here should be the calipers. Here are 2 rotors, 2 billet spindles for the rear end, and inside here, what is this?
That's a beautiful caliper there.
Beautiful.
4-piston rear calipers.
Oh yeah.
And you got pads.
Oh yeah. We got the rotors, we got the spindle, we got the brand new brake calipers that are Wildwood, straight from Carlisle Racing. Absolutely beautiful black finish on them. But what's in this box?
I think this is your telescopic strip and pull.
Oh, this is what it is.
That's not gonna help you make power.
Holy shit, I ordered this 5 months ago and it just came. All right, boys, we got the rotor off, but we got a little guest joining us over here. Right, it'd be nice of you to help me, man. Look at this.
I'm sorry, dude.
But look at your hands.
I've been doing paperwork.
Brand new, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
I got everything off though. Ronnie did this side by himself. I just helped by assisting him, but that side I'm gonna attempt to do by myself. And by the way, if anyone's interested in some brake kits, this OEM C7 Corvette brake caliper and the spindle will be for sale. DM me. You wanna explain to them what this process was real quick?
So overall it's not a difficult process at all. I just don't usually work on C7, so it just took a couple minutes for us to figure out what we have to take off first. Everything in the suspension portion is pretty much just, you know, you can just take the nut off and it basically comes off. The bottom one, you kind of have to hit it with a hammer a couple times on the actual knuckle itself.
It's easy, it's just annoying and time consuming, honestly.
Correct,
yeah.
correct. Once you get the hang of it, it's really straightforward.
A lot of this shit is jammed in there because it's basically never been touched, like, except for us doing this right now. So a lot of the shit is jammed in there. We gotta hammer shit out, we gotta yank shit out. There's tools I've never even heard of or using on this.
We basically have to use a crankshaft, you know, pulley remover, gear puller, because.
All right, we've declared this is impossible to do. We can't install brakes.
No, it's definitely possible. There's just no instruction manual. I told you.
In the simplest way possible, explain how this is not going in.
I can't. It's called a Rosetta joint. That's not simple at all. All right. So basically, the knuckle that we received, the geometry of the knuckle is completely different than the stock one, obviously.
Yes.
So we're having quite a bit of a hard time putting the upper control arm into this.
It's literally just this bolt that we've been working on for the last hour and a half.
The issue that we're having is it keeps popping off of the Rosetta joint over here. So basically the axle keeps on unlatching. And so what we have to do is we have to take it off every time this happens, put it on a piece of cardboard, hit it straight up, so basically it just pops back in, And then
repeat the process. Yeah, and then repeat the process
exactly.
again. Yeah.
But this time we just somebody needs to hold the axle in from the actual Rizeppa joint.
Yeah.
Joint over here.
So what I'm doing is trying to hold the axle all the way in so it doesn't pop out of that Rizeppa joint.
Correct.
And he's trying to push this in over the upper control arm.
So we got a screw jack over here.
Yeah.
So it takes that much more pressure to install this one.
Yeah.
You gotta put a screw jack and basically lift the suspension, the lower control arm, until this thing starts literally trying to jack like the car up from the actual lift. But what we're trying to achieve is we're literally trying to just get this upper ball joint into the upper control arm.
It's impossible.
Once we get that on, that's it. All we gotta do is we gotta basically put the e-brake back.
After that, it's easy. It's smooth sailing after that. But we need this fucking joint to go in the upper control arm so we can do the other side.
Yeah, it's been pretty difficult, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But it's because there's no...
You'll pull a motor out in an hour and a half, but we can't install brakes.
Ooh, look at that, first try.
Easy, breezy.
You're officially hired, sir.
Thanks.
Minimum wage, plus pizza on Fridays.
Now the reason it was so difficult to get this upper control arm on the spindle is because the OEM one is actually 3 inches longer up top, so you have way more room to put it in. This one over here, way shorter. We might need to make some adjustments to the ride height, but it's looking good. Right side is done, left side we got the new spindle in. We got the e-brake all up. Now it's time for the rotor and the brake caliper. All right guys, it is now day 2 of brake caliper and rotor install on the Corvette. We are here at Speedlab once again. We have gone both knuckles on the car right now. All that's left is to put that left side rotor on, left side brake caliper on, bleed the lines. We're done.
That's pretty much it.
We're done.
So everything's already installed. All we're doing now is we actually pressurize the brake system.
Made this contraption here.
Correct. If you don't get the air out, what's gonna happen is as soon as you go to basically pump the brake, it's gonna go to the floor. And the reason why that happens...
And then I die.
Yes, exactly. We don't want that.
I don't want to.
No, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, man. I don't want to.
In the old days when we didn't have these nice contraptions, you know, somebody would sit in the car, somebody would pour brake fluid, make sure it's not running low. Somebody would pump it like this, exactly like
I've done that before.
Yeah. And then you would hold it down, and then you know they would open the nipple on the caliper.
Calipers have nipples?
Of course. Just yours has 2 on each one.
This camber is horrible right now. I need an alignment immediately. I think it'll adjust a little bit once we drop it, huh? I hope so. I'm not trying to drive like this. I'm not a stance boy. Oh, ooh, okay. It's better. It's better. It's not bad.
It's still, that's like 1700 degrees of camera still though.
Haters can't get what they want, they mad 'cause they can't cheer with us.